Right, fams. So yeah, we're gonna second take. We're gonna redo this. uh, I've been asked this a couple times throughout the years of GTA and in general making spreadsheets and stuff. But people want to make their own spreadsheets and like, go. How do you do the qualifying and sort and have like the differences between the people, and we're gonna talk about that right now because it's fun. It's fun to explain. It's pretty straightforward. But you have to know some key formulas that and how things work. So in general, for a qualifying tab or whatever, you're gonna have a list of names and their lap times next to it. There's that way to do it, and then there's a way where you have a lot of submissions or a lot of lap times where people have more than one time. You want to find their best time, and then you can sort based on only their best times. That's a bit more complicated. For example, here's what that could look like. So this was taking over quality submissions, and it would take it would find the guys and then only their best times that they recently submitted and then validated and such. But that would basically do a query and find only their best times and sorted correctly and grouped. I'm not going to explain this, but that's what it looked like. But an easy way to do it is basically have a list of names and then only their best times, and then you basically sort only on that. So what we can do is go sort. I'm going to sort this range. We're going to go all the way down though. Sort that range. I'm going to sort it based on basically column 2, but we can't just sort it based on, I think we actually can, but it's not the right way to do it. You could just do sort column 2 and then true. That probably will work. But this is treating it as text, and that's not like accurate in a way that it's not the right way to do it in my head. So what you can also do is convert. We're gonna leave it actually. I'll talk about how we could have done it in a second. So there's your lap time. That's basically what I have to do. Sort C4 to D34 based on column 2, and we're going to ascend to those times and true, basically. That's the same thing as sorting it alphabetically because it's treating it as text. So 1, 3 is exact. 3s are after 4s or before 4s, for example, and so on. But so beyond that, maybe you want to get the deltas between the guy in first or the guy ahead of you. That's pretty simple as well. Let's do value. So value is going to be a formula that's going to take the text and convert it to an actual number, and that's going to allow us to subtract and do math with it. We're going to go value 0 and we're going to go and, so that's going to concatenate basically all this down all the way to H34. I'm going to go minus. So minus, basically minus this guy. We're going to have to do a value though. Value this guy. Oh, actually, sorry. 0 and this guy. So now we have converted those lap times into, what is it? It's hours, minutes, seconds, milliseconds. So that's an actual number now. But we have to do one more thing, and we have to make this an array formula. 2 more things, actually. Formula. So now it's going to go all the way down these cells, and that way we don't want to copy and paste this formula all the way down. It'll do it for us, basically. So that's going to do the number minus this top cell. That's all we have to do. But now we have to convert it back into a lap time as we want. So we can go text. We're going to convert this number into basically a text, and we can use this format basically is plus minutes, seconds, dot 000 is milliseconds, and then that's going to convert the delta into back into a time, and then with the plus in front of it for fun. And we're going to actually have one more little error. We're going to do if error and like this. That will basically make sure that it's going to, so the value 0 and some cell, it can't use blanks, otherwise there's an error, because you can't have a value of 0 colon blank. That's just not a time. So we're going to catch that error with if error, and it's just going to convert it to blank. So basically, that same thing. And then that's what I like to do. But there's stuff in here, so let's do that. There we go. So there's your deltas for the leader, and then basically it's the same thing for the guy ahead. but instead of H5, it'll be H5 to H34. And now this array formula, now this array formula will go down with, they'll go down together. Instead of just leaving it at H5, instead of just leaving it at that, it'll go down with the other one and then subtract the guy above it. That makes sense. But yeah, same thing. Oops, this is the old spreadsheet, and actually we're updating it, so that's good. To now it's the delta to the guy ahead. And that's really all you gotta do. Straightforward enough. The hard part, I guess, is knowing the value 0 and then text to convert it back, and then understanding array formula. You could just do it. You could just take out this array formula, make it say H6, H5, and then copy that formula all the way down. But that's not very clean, in my opinion. It's easier to just have it all on top cell. But yeah, that is that. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below.